4 alleged Grizzly militia members charged with destroying evidence in federal investigation. The men are accused of texting with a suspect charged in the killings of 2 law enforcement officers, then deleting the texts. 4 Northern California men allegedly affiliated with the far-right extremist, Grizzly militia have been indicted on charges of destroying evidence in a federal investigation into the killing of 2 officers, prosecutors said Friday. Jesse Alexander Rush, 29, of Turlock; Robert Jesus Blancas, 33, no hometown given; Simon Seiji Barra, 23, of Los Gatos; and Kenny Matthew Miksha, 21, of San Lorenzo, are charged in the March 23 indictment with conspiracy to destroy records, destruction of records and obstruction of official proceedings, said the U.S. Attorney's Office in San Francisco. Blancas also faces a separate federal case, filed November 20, accusing him of enticing a teenage girl to engage in sex. It wasn't immediately clear who is representing the defendants in court. Candice Mitchell, Chief Assistant Federal Public Defender for Northern California, declined to comment. Federal authorities say the 4 men communicated with U.S. Air Force Staff Sergeant Stephen Carrillo, 32, on June 6 as he ambushed deputies from the Santa Cruz County Sheriff's Office, killing one of them. The officers were at a location in the town of Ben Lomond to check out a suspicious white van later associated with the May 29 drive-by killing of federal officer Dave Patrick Underwood, 53, during George Floyd protests outside the Ronald V. Dellums Federal Building in Oakland. Carrillo is a defendant in that case, as well, and has pleaded not guilty in both. "Dudes I offed fed," authorities said Carrillo told the men over WhatsApp minutes before Santa Cruz Sheriff's Sergeant Damon Gutzwiller, 38, was fatally shot, according to a U.S. attorney's statement Friday. Prosecutors referred to the 4 men as Grizzly Scouts, or members of a small group of men in Northern California associated with the Boogaloos, a loosely affiliated, anti-government group that advocates for violence against liberal politicians and law enforcement. Investigators said Carrillo asked the men to ambush officers as they rushed to the shooting scene. "Kid up and get here," Carrillo texted, according to the indictment. "There's only one road in, out. Take them out when they're coming in. Police are here FK Army. They're waiting for reinforcements. I am listening to them." Prosecutors said Rush, immediately, told Carrillo to factory reset his cell phone, allegedly to destroy the texts as potential evidence. The 4 eventually deleted any record of the WhatsApp group from their phones, the U.S. Attorney's Office said in a statement. Blancas also deleted 20 files from a Dropbox account, the indictment said. Nearly all were relevant to the Grizzly Scouts, U.S. Attorney's Office said. The deleted files regarding the Grizzly Scouts appeared to include, for example, files concerning the rank structure of the Grizzly Scouts. Federal authorities called the Grizzly Scouts a small militia that connected via a Facebook group, and discussed committing acts of violence against law enforcement using WhatsApp and other messaging applications. They say the West won't boog, someone wrote on the Facebook group's page, according to prosecutors, in reference to Boogaloo. We're sick. Here to gather like-minded Californians who can network and establish local goon squads, the social media post said, according to the indictment. Brian Levin, director of the Center for the Study of Hate and Extremism at California State University, San Bernardino, said the defendants appear to be mirroring the state of domestic terrorism in the U.S. We have a string of far-right extremist Boogaloo defendants with a common denominator of social media, he said. In an increasingly splintered extremist landscape, it's the smaller, underground groups that are among the most dangerous threats. The defendants each face a maximum of 20 years in prison if convicted.